Hey, this is Wheaton Street 976 here with what the media is not covering. Now, we've heard about the Secret Service and their prostitutes, which I think is a silly story. Now, people are like, oh, if Bush would have done this. Oh, no. I don't care if it's been Bush, Reagan, Clinton, or Obama. It's a silly story. It should be mentioned once and moved on. Yes, this is the Secret Service. If you want to talk about it once, fine. But the media has made this a little pet obsession of theirs because they realize that sex garners ratings, and it does. This is but what we should be talking about is a story that I found out from a good friend of mine. She's very, very knowledgeable. I'm going to put a link to her Twitter page. If you are on Twitter, please follow her. She's very, very smart. Now, this is from the Business Insider. Iran is freaking out over the second U.S. carrier on its way to the Gulf. The U.S. sent the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise on its way to the Persian Gulf March 12th for one final foray into the field before its ceremonious decommissioning. Reports out today by the Associated Press say the U.S. is deploying the aircraft carrier amid the rising tensions with Iran. But the ship has been on its way to meet up with the 5th Fleet stationed in Bahrain for over 3 weeks. What comes as a bit of a surprise, however, is the Iranian report put out Saturday through its Mar News agency, saying that Tehran is demanding that the Enterprise halt its passage into the Strait of Hormuz. In a report to the Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps Sefa station, Iran says while it's there, the ship's commander will answer Revolutionary Guard questions and wait until it receives official permission before entering the area. The Enterprise and its crew up to more than 5,800 sailors will be meeting up with the 5th Fleet to form a carrier strike group. Now, this means that, why are we sending these, some people say we're sending these over here to kind of look on Iran. And this is very dangerous because this could start a war with Iran, which I don't know if that's what Obama didn't want to do. I mean, seriously. I mean, everybody thought Bush was bad. Obama's turning out to be just as bad, if not worse than him. These tensions are rising, and it's not getting any less tense out there. And we're not making any, instead of talking with Iran, Obama wants to make preconditions and everything. So this is not doing any good. From Trib News, the deployment of nuclear-powered USS Enterprise along with the Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group marks one of the few times the Navy has had two aircraft carriers operate in the waters near the Persian Gulf. Commander Army Derek Frost of the Burhan-based 5th Fleet said the two carriers will support American military operations in Afghanistan and anti-piracy efforts off Somalia's coast and in the Gulf of Aden, she said. The warships patrol the Gulf's strategic oil routes that Iran has threatened to shut down in retaliation for economic sanctions slapped on the Iranian Republic because of its nuclear programs, which the West suspects aim to develop nuclear weapons. So this is a tense situation, and we need cooler heads to prevail. And so far, nobody's showing it. Obama even wants to talk with them with preconditions, which he got all over Bush for doing. So what the hell, Obama? You're doing exactly what Bush did with North Korea. I thought you were going to be the open president who talked honest with our, even our enemies. Tried to make them an ally. But apparently you're not interested in doing that. So this is something that the media should be talking about, but they're not. I don't know why, but they seem to be ignoring this mostly. If anybody's seen it, because I really haven't seen, and I know I said I would quit, but I have to keep up with this segment. I have to keep up with what the news has been talking about. And for the most part, I've seen one story, I think, on MSNBC or Current, but that was pretty much it. I mean, even Russia Television and them were kind of treating this kind of low-key, which this is not. If this breaks down, then we could be heading into a war with Iran. And a war with Iran may be like another war with Iraq, or even Afghanistan. Please, Mr. President, as a man who voted for you, please use your head and talk this out. talk to the Iranian people, talk to their president, and let's try to end this peacefully, because I swear if we don't, it could be World War III in the next 20 years if we don't stop this crap. So, while the media has been hoorahing over the Secret Service sleeping with prostitutes, which again, I'm not saying it's not a story and that you shouldn't cover it, at least some. But what's more important? Secret Service getting some tail, or we almost go into a nuclear war with Iran? I think I know which one I would pick.